Douglas MacArthur, a name synonymous with bold leadership, dramatic speeches, and a larger-than-life presence in World War II and Korea. But before he became a five-star general and a household name, MacArthur's journey to fame began in an earlier conflict, World War I. It was in the trenches of France that his reputation for courage and charisma was forged. Douglas MacArthur was born on January 26, 1880, in Little Rock, Arkansas. His father, Arthur MacArthur Jr., was already a war hero, awarded the Medal of Honor during the Civil War. Growing up in a military household instilled in Douglas both discipline and ambition. In 1899, he entered West Point. MacArthur excelled as a cadet, graduating first in his class in 1903. His sharp mind, determination, and strict sense of duty earned him the reputation of a model officer. Over the next decade, he served in various posts, including the Philippines and on the staff of President Theodore Roosevelt. By 1917, when the United States entered the Great War, MacArthur was a colonel with valuable experience, but little name recognition. That was about to change. As America mobilized for war, MacArthur was tasked with helping to organize a new division, the 42nd Infantry Division, better known as the Rainbow Division. Unlike most divisions, which drew soldiers from a single state, the 42nd brought together National Guard units from across the country. It represented the nation as a whole, stretching, as MacArthur famously said, from one end of the country to the other, like a rainbow. Appointed Chief of Staff for the division, MacArthur's energy and flair quickly set him apart. He personally inspected troops, devised training methods, and pushed for high standards. Known for his immaculate uniforms and polished boots, he also cultivated the image of a dashing officer, one who expected excellence but also inspired it. In late 1917, the Rainbow Division sailed to France. By early 1918, MacArthur and his men were on the Western Front. Here, MacArthur's personality shone. Unlike many officers, he refused to remain safely in the rear. He frequently visited the front lines, personally reconnoitering enemy positions. His disregard for personal safety became legendary. He often wore no helmet and rarely used a gas mask, claiming they slowed him down. This audacity impressed his men and earned their loyalty, but alarmed his superiors. MacArthur was taking risks that could have easily ended his career or his life. Yet time and again, his daring seemed to pay off. September 1918. The Saint-Mihiel offensive marked the first major American-led attack of the war. MacArthur's 42nd Division was heavily involved. During the assault, MacArthur led from the front, personally guiding troops through withering fire. He directed attacks with calm confidence, rallying men who were pinned down under German machine guns. His refusal to hide in the rear became a symbol of his leadership style. Visible, fearless, and relentless. For his conduct, he was awarded the Distinguished Service Cross, one of the nation's highest honors. But the battles ahead would bring even greater tests. In late 1918, the Allies launched the Meuse-Argonne offensive, the largest American operation of the war. Once again, MacArthur refused to sit behind the lines. He personally scouted German defenses, often moving ahead of his men. At times, he disguised himself in captured German uniforms to slip past enemy patrols. It was a reckless gamble, but it gave him invaluable intelligence for planning attacks. He was wounded by mustard gas during the campaign, but refused to abandon his post until forced to. In one action, he captured a German position by sheer force of will, rallying his soldiers under heavy fire. For his repeated acts of bravery, MacArthur received additional Silver Stars, another Distinguished Service Cross, and France's Croix de Guerre. By the end of World War I, Douglas MacArthur was one of the most decorated American officers of the conflict. In total, he received 7 Silver Stars, 2 Distinguished Service Crosses, and the French Croix de Guerre. His reputation was sealed. He was not only a capable strategist, but also a charismatic and fearless leader. Though he would become a global figure in World War II and Korea, his legend began in the muddy trenches and battlefields of France. World War I transformed Douglas MacArthur from a promising officer into a national hero. Douglas MacArthur's rise to fame was not an accident. It was built on ambition, courage, and an unyielding belief in his destiny. The Great War revealed his qualities to the world and set the stage for the extraordinary career that followed.